So I've been a little quiet lately. I don't like to make a video that I haven't done enough research on, and I don't like to make a video purely for the sake of doing a video. So I apologise for my absence once again, but I thought I'd just weigh in on this subject concerning Shogun. Now, I have been watching the new Shogun. I've been enjoying it very much. It has caused me to read the book. I first saw the Richard Chamberlain Shogun many years ago in Carlisle when I was dating a Spanish lass, but it was actually on New Year's Eve at about 12 o'clock when she had went to bed because she'd had a colonoscopy, and I was a little drunk and a little fed up, and Shogun was on, and I enjoyed it that much that I missed New Year. But enough of that nonsense. Now, I've discovered from other YouTubers that I like, namely Metatron, that an article has been written and misinterpreted, deliberately I think, to say where are the black people in Shogun. Now, I can't go greatly into the original article, firstly because Metatron has already done a great job of talking about it, and I have absolutely no inclination to read it. But I have to wonder if the people who have read or used this article actually think black people should be represented in Shogun, or they're just trying to stir the pot a bit and see what floats to the top. My suspicion is the latter. I would like to refer though to another example of Japanese entertainment. Quite a few years ago now, there was a show called Midnight Diner. The plot doesn't really matter, suffice to say it was set in a very small diner in Tokyo, in one of the more touristy districts, I believe. Now, I took great pleasure watching this Tokyo diner, as it was later called when Netflix got a hold of it. I can't help but notice that as soon as Netflix got hold of it, the chef stopped smoking as well, but never mind that. But I would like to point out that I was 3 seasons deep into this show before I realised I hadn't seen a single white person. There'd been some Koreans, a couple of Chinese, but not a single European or American. In fact, the only time you saw anybody remotely American or white or European or anything like that was way off in the background when they saw somebody wearing a big sort of, them sort of like stuffed animal costumes, yeah, and you heard, "Oh look, that's so cool," in English. It lasted 3 seconds. Now, I'm well aware that white people dominate the media, or at least Western media. Probably a different thing in Asian media. But I'm fairly certain that if I can refrain from pining for white people in Tokyo Diner, that others can perhaps stand the lack of black people in Shogun. Now, I am aware that there were black people in Japan at the time. I am aware of the famous black retainer for Lord Tokugawa or some bloke. And he did apparently arrive in Japan about 20 years before Shogun was set. And by this example, we can assume that there were more priests and missionaries in Japan that had brought black slaves or servants with them. And who knows, we're only halfway through the series. Maybe we'll get a couple of extras in the background that are of a pleasing ethnicity to everybody concerned. And by everybody concerned, I believe I am addressing a very small number of people in that. The vast majority of us are mature enough not to need somebody of their ethnicity on the screen every hour of every day. And I feel I should apologise at this point for my lack of research on this video. I haven't looked up any names. I just wanted to break the rust off on another video. So with all that, I will leave it with this word. Yes, there are many good reasons for representation. Yes, there are many good reasons for diversity. And I believe that diversity is a very important thing in media. But it does not have to be crowbarred into every single one when there is a pertinent reason not to have a diverse mix of people on the screen. And that goes for white people. If it's somewhere set in Africa and you want to do a couple of African legends, that applies to Tokyo Diner, a Japanese diner where no white people got in. That applies to all the kung fu films we've seen over the years that had no white people in. Look at the Jackie Chan, Yin Bio films. They were very, very Asian, I suppose. Please, everybody, let's just take a deep breath, stand back and breathe out, because such articles do damage to equality and representation. They don't help it.